Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. After making $5,900 on DataAnnotation.tech, actually and unfortunately, I got kicked out. As you see here, I got this textual message, which, usually when it comes to you or when it appears on your dashboard, it means that you are suspended from working on the website ever after. You will not be able to work on this website again. First, if you don't know what is data annotation, then let me show you this infographic. I made like a simple introductory to what is data annotation. It's simply a website that enables you to work on projects related to AI models. Your role is to evaluate the responses of AI models and understand which model was better than the other, and then provide your feedback on that based on some criteria they give you to work upon. And of course, the hourly and the hourly rate on this website, it ranges from $22 to $65. I'm telling you $65 because I worked on a project that made me this money. You can see that here on the funds. If I showed you the show paid, it will not give you all the projects I worked on because most of them gets deleted from here, but I can show you, of course, the transactions that happen on my PayPal, but this is not necessary because if anybody is working here, he knows that this is 100% legit. So here, if I went to the show paid, you will find that in one of the days, I worked with $715 for 14 hours. And if you try to calculate this, you will find that I worked with $585 in 9 hours. If you try to calculate that, you will get an hourly rate approximately $64 or something. So working on this website has been a very great experience for me. But let me tell you why I got kicked out. Maybe you can avoid that in the future. This is one of the experiences of someone who worked on this website and made decent money from it. So let me tell you in brief what happened. I was working on this website and I was working on one of the tasks, and on that task I was trying to work and finish it, but one thing happened which made this task invalid to be submitted. What happened is that I was working on the task, and when you finish, when the timer finished, they put a timer for your work, like maybe if you have a project and it needs 5 hours, then you will see like 5 hours at the bottom of the page. And when the 5 hours end, this will be expired. That timer will get the word expired on it. If it's expired, that doesn't mean that you cannot submit the task. No, you can submit the task. It's okay. The matters are very flexible and there is nothing to worry about, but they are recommending that you don't do that all the time. You don't just like neglect the hourly timer for the project all the time. Just try to be careful about it, but if it exceeded the amount of time for the project, it's okay. You can still submit even if it was expired. What happened with me that the timer was expired, and while I was working on the project, I tried to refresh the page because there was a button that had something like a lag or something. It stopped working. It was unfunctional somehow, and it was related to grammatical checking made by the platform itself to check your grammar and everything before you submit. And I was like about 2 or 3 lines from submitting the task. I have been working for 5 hours, and suddenly when I refreshed the page, I didn't know, and I forgot that if you refresh the page and the website, or the task is already expired, it will not come back to you. It will be emptied and it will be blank again, and it will be given to another worker to work on it. I didn't know that. So when I refreshed the page, the task was gone after working 5 continuous hours. I was very frustrated, very angry, very sad, because I worked hard on that task, and I really wanted to report time about it. I thought that they saved my work. Back then, I thought that they saved my work somehow and the admins still can see my work. That's why I thought that I have the right to get money for what I did. And I reported the time. And after I reported the time, I came here to talk to the support. The support is one of the best, if not the best, in any platform like this. But what happened is that I was in rush, so I reported the time before I come to the support. And I exposed or I explained the matter to them, and they were very helpful, and they allowed me to put my times. She opened to me the time slot to put these 5 hours. The problem was that I should have put the time in that time slot she opened to me, not before, when the admin received nothing from me to get corrected and give me my money. So what happened is that I submitted 5 hours that were nothing. I submitted for zero work, 5 hours of refund or of funding. And the time slot that she sent to me, I reported nothing on it. I didn't need it for anything. Unfortunately, when the admin of that project saw my 5 hours that I am asking to claim without any tasks provided with them, he immediately flagged me as someone who inflated the time of working. And one of the codes of conduct related to data annotation, here it's the code of conduct, is that anything like inflating logged hours or using the AI to do your work or something, these things are violations and will lead to the termination of your worker account. And that's what happened to me. By this way, I am terminated from proceeding to work on this website. I want to tell you that I wasn't just a normal worker. I was a top performer, a top worker on the website. And I was even offered to work in the internal team of data annotation as an admin. Imagine, I was offered the opportunity to work as an admin. And I even got shortlisted in the second stage, and I was about to get a job in data annotation internal team, and they gave me a project and they approved that project. They gave me a project to evaluate my abilities to work as an admin, and I got like $2,000 for that project, for working on it for 5 days, which is a very good amount of money, and I did hard work on it, and that's why they approved it. But unfortunately, for somehow the algorithm read that if inflated time, terminate the work. That's it. There is no human review here. It's very obvious for them that I submitted 5 hours, and that's why they cut me without even receiving any messages from me related to that again. Although I tried to explain to them, that I am a top worker. I tried to explain that this was by mistake, but there were no answers after that. As long as you are terminated, they terminate you. They get you out of Slack if you have a Slack channel or something that's related to the work you are doing and the projects that you are receiving. And they terminated me from everything, and they didn't reply on any of my messages after that. I was so frustrated from that, but that's my fate, and everyone has to accept his fate. This is one kind of problem that you may meet on such websites, but this doesn't mean that the website was bad by any means. This is one of the best websites I have ever worked on, and the amount of money that you can make on this website is actually very good and decent wherever you are in any location in the world. It is very decent for your work. They pay you from $25 to $65 if you have some coding skills, or if you are even in an entry level in coding. You might get jobs like this that pay $60 or $65 an hour. I hope if I can get back, but I don't think this is possible, because once they terminate you, they keep your information, and if you try to use the same PayPal, the same IP, the same laptop, the same computer, the same name, whatever personal information that they saved about you, they will terminate any account that will be opened with this information again. Unfortunately, I cannot work again on this website. Some people somehow say that they could, but I don't know if that's true or not. I will not try that because I know that it will be frustrating to work again and get deducted again or maybe terminated. I don't like that. I will, inshallah, find other jobs to do. But I want to tell everyone that an honest review for the website, this is one of the best websites, if not the best ever I worked on as a freelancer. And guys, I recommend it that you apply for working on this website. You will benefit a lot from it, but try to read the code of conduct on the website and try to avoid any mistakes that it exposes or it discusses or conveys, whatever. Thank you a lot for watching this, and I hope you benefited from it.